Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Jess from BehatiLife. I'm here behind the camera giving a thumbs up. Basically what we're going to be talking about today is how to bless and cut the deck and why I use the method that I use before every single tarot reading that I do, either it be for myself or for my clients, again and again and again, because this is what works for me. So why you want to cut the deck before you get started is because essentially what you're doing is you're connecting with it. I personally like to work with my right hand because this is what, like, where energy comes from, where energy flows, and you're giving energy to your deck. So I use my right hand always when I am cutting the deck, i.e. blessing the deck. And why I do that, so after I'm done shuffling the cards, which I usually do like this. People ask me all the time, Jess, how do you shuffle the cards? Typically, I do this simple method, or before I get started on a deck, or before I get started on a reading for myself or for others, I have, I'll take every single one of the cards and break them up like this and shuffle them in this way and focus on my client and whatever it is that they're asking. So let's say my clients are asking their question, we're on the phone and we're talking, and I ask them, okay, so what is it that you want me to ask the cards? What is it that you want to hear? So there's cards that will jump out and stick in my hands, or there's cards that will literally jump out. In this case, the star card has been following me everywhere, which I love. I'm not going to hate on the fact that the star card is following me, so I'm not surprised to see this one show up because it's such a positive card in general, and especially where I'm at in my life right now. But what I do is with my clients, I let them talk about their question. I don't let them go off too much, but I do ask them in general, what is it that you want me to focus on? And them even giving a brief explanation. The reason why I do it is because they're mentally and emotionally getting into a space where they're thinking about it. And I'm listening to them, so that energy flows from them into my hands, into the deck, and then we get a better read that way. So basically, I will take all of my cards and do this with the entire deck while they're talking. Now, I don't think about where I'm putting the cards. I do them wherever feels good. There is no rhyme or reason. I just follow my intuition. Sometimes I'll put a card somewhere and then I'll be like, nope, that actually belongs here. And I'll just do it as quickly as I can in order to move and not overthink things. I personally like to move as quickly as I can when it comes to shuffling because, see, cards like this that jump out like that or things that happen like that, I find them significant, so I just remember them and then I keep moving forward with the shuffling process. Now, for those of you guys who are wondering, like, Jess, it seems like you have more than 78 cards within your deck. It's because I do. I have 2 mini tarot cards that are sandwiched into one deck, and I use that every single time. And when I'm working on the reading for myself or for my clients, and this is because it just helps me to layer information, and you'll start to see like certain patterns. So if there's 78 times 2, sandwiched together in one deck, then you'll be able to get a better read, and you're not just, you know, the cards have better, I guess, flexibility and options to pull from and to show you energy without having to kind of sacrifice one message because the card was already used. So you'll start seeing like repeating patterns, which to me acts as confirmation that we're on the right track. So after I'm done shuffling the cards and my client has stopped talking, or maybe I have to cut them off a little bit so that we can focus, I'll then shuffle it this way and then ask the question myself out loud. So let's say they're saying, okay, when is so-and-so going to text me, or when is this person going to call? And then we'll, you know, or what's going on with my relationship, whatever the question is. A lot of people ask about relationship questions. So after I'm done shuffling it and I intuitively know when to stop, I will cut the deck in 3 and 3s using my right hand. The reason why is, like I said before, energy moves through this hand and is being directed. So I direct it, my question, my intention, and, you know, keep my energy open and see what shows up. Then I put the deck together in any way that I want to. Lately, I've really been like, one time of this doesn't really work for me. I'll sometimes have to do it twice or 3 times, but really what ends up happening is this is, in my opinion, everybody's different, but I've been doing this for a while, and this is the method that works for me. It's kind of like a holy trinity, like a blessing. So That's why I do the deck in 3. And when I'm done, I pull. See, I kind of feel called to do that again. Then I start pulling from the top. And then I load my cards down to read for my client. For me personally, I layer my messages. And then pull the cards and then see what shows up for them. So if you guys have a question as far as reverse cards, how and why you would want to work with them or why you wouldn't, then I am more than happy to do that for you on my YouTube channel. But for now, this is just how I bless my deck, meaning like why I cut it, how I cut and shuffle my cards, a walkthrough. So it's going to be pretty brief. But again, if you would like to see, if you have more questions about the tarot and how I shuffle, basic questions like that, feel free to ask them in the comments. And then for those of you guys who want to dive deeper into learning the tarot, I do have a online community of people who are learning the tarot with me, really truly diving into the meaning and the symbolism behind each of the cards, and that's called the Sacred Circle Tarot School. And you can see the links for that down in the description box below. Classes typically open up seasonally, so with each season, but they fill up very, very fast. So if that's something that you're interested in, then you can go ahead and check that out. And until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.